Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Behind the Wall Doors from Mysafe Global Vaults. Have you ever read a headline about a bank incident or a high value theft and you thought, how does this even happen? Well, today's episode is for you, and I'm joined by our group CFO, Jasfer Rasheed, once again. So, welcome, Jasfer.
Thank you, Amir, for having me. I promise that this won't sound like a finance lecture. Yeah, but unless you really want
Yeah,
to.
thank
Yeah.
you. So, just for every few months, there is a headline, a bank robbery, a diamond heist, something dramatic always. Are these real signs or these are rare shocks?
Of course, these are real warnings. It's like the crack happens on the buildings and the building doesn't, collapse overnight.
Overnight, yeah.
Yeah. So, but it randomly doesn't fail either.
Yeah. Most people, they hear the name bank and then they just immediately feel relaxed. Is that comfort justified?
Bank itself, by definition, is not an asset keeping, storage facility.
Yeah.
If you look at it, banks is a transactional money movement kind of a facility. That's their mode of transaction. That's their
Yes.
mode of services. But back in the days, as we all know, that banks were the only service provider who providing the self storage
Yeah.
facility, and that's where people had this perception of keeping the valuables at banks made them comfort, but it is really not.
Yeah. So when people hear about theft of jewelry and diamond, especially in a places like UAE, it really shocks them.
It does, right? High value automatically requires a high protection.
Yeah.
And sometimes high value also means that it captures the attention, and the attentions find weakness.
Yeah. What is the real cost when something goes missing?
It's never the item, it's the insurance battles, it's the time lost, it's the stress of knowing it's gone forever.
Forever, yeah. So is this why the secure storage industry is changing these days?
Absolutely. People finally realize that hiding something well is not the same as securing it properly.
So that's where purpose-built vaults like MySafe comes in.
Exactly. When storage is the business, the risk thinking is very different.
Yeah. UAE is one of the safest places in the world, and yet the demand for secure storage increases. Why?
Because safety doesn't remove responsibility. Anything higher in value means
Yeah.
it requires a higher standard too.
So, just for a quick one, what is the biggest misconception about security?
That it's boring. Security is only boring until you wish you had more of it.
So, these headlines aren't about panic, they are about preparation in advance.
Exactly. Smart security is quiet, invisible, and thankfully uneventful.
Thank you so much, Jasper, for attending today's episode and making finance surprisingly interesting today.
Thank you, Amir. Happy to be the least boring CFO in the room and looking forward to the next one.
Well, this is it from behind the wall doors from Mysafe Global Vaults. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon again.